Is that how you pronounce it?
I actually don't know.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do you think it's twinnings?
I'm Priya Parker,
And I'm Anand Giridharadas.
and we are here to answer your most pressing questions about
Wedding planning. Oh God.
what should my colors for my big day be? I hate this question. I hate this question. This is like, no offense to the people
if
ask
my
this
wife has a
question.
nemesis,
It is this question.
it is this question. It's not a person,
It's this
but
question.
it's also anybody who asks this question.
I mean, no offense. We're taught to ask this question.
take all kinds here.
If you like all of pop culture, all of film, like Steel Magnolias, like my colors are pink, pink, and pink, right? It's like these the deep tropes that the most important question about your wedding is what your colors should be, is like the beginning of the end.
It's like, imagine someone was like, I think I'm gonna run for president. And you were like, you wear Bombas socks, or what kind of socks do you wear? Be like, that's your first question?
Asking what your color should be. So why does this get me so upset? In part, it's because the assumption, like you can tell a lot about a culture of a thing by the first questions people ask about it.
Yes.
And like I remember when you become a new parent, one of the first questions people ask you is like, are you getting any sleep?
Ugh, I hate that question
Hate that
too.
question. Again, comes from a good place. It's kind of like, it's like these scripts. We have these cultural scripts, like what are your colors? And why that's such a problematic question is basically the assumptions are, that's the most important question. The assumptions are your wedding and your wedding planning is fundamentally about the stuff and about the superficial stuff. So what should you be asking instead of what are your colors? What should you be asking yourself in wedding planning? What kind of ritual do you want? What is the purpose of this wedding? What are the traditions that we want to keep? What are the traditions we want to let go of? Who do we actually want to be together? What are my values? What are your values? And asking what are your colors at some level is like this weird little troll that keeps distracting the couple from actually focusing on what matters.
I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I think it's almost more cynical than that. It's like, don't think, don't invent, don't reflect on all the questions you just said. Don't open those traditional cans of worms. To me,
true.
it's almost like the voice of the past being like, go on autopilot,
It's true.
copy paste what your grandparents did, and the domain of choice you have is red versus yellow.
Yeah.
We're confining
that's
your
right.
choices
That's right.
to this like performative choice of a color because we actually don't want you
That's totally right.
to actually ask deeper questions.
I couldn't agree more. And I think the second thing is that it helps, it assumes that the core role of the wedding planner, meaning the people getting married, is an aesthetic one and is one that is the shaping of things rather than having this moment, your engagement period at some level, but having this moment be a moment of really kind of hard questions and beautiful questions and joyful questions that is going to actually make your union and your marriage better. But like these, if you want to have colors, right? I'm not anti-color, definitely not anti-color. But
Well, I mean, frankly, a lot of weddings need less attention on the colors of things and maybe some more people of color invited to them. But that's a different issue. We see who your friends are when you have your wedding.
we do.
That's a different issue. Yeah.